Lads, prepare yourselves for the best quest in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I promise you. Stick with it. It is just bonkers. So, welcome back to another Disney Dreamlight video. Thanks very much, guys, for all the support in the videos of this week. I'm really enjoying the patch, as you can see. And we're moving on to our second quest with Oswald himself, which is called An Alarming Development. Now, as you can see, Oswald is not sleeping well. He keeps sleeping in from his morning meeting with fellow animal thing, Stitch. So we have to devise an alarm clock that will keep the guy awake for his brunch dates, which seems innocent enough, but as you can see from the start of this video, it ends in utter chaos. So we're just going to be spending a little bit of time on this. Now, full disclosure, as fun as this quest is, there are a lot of materials and a lot of resources that you do need to have. So my advice is to check your stock and see how much copper, tin, zinc. You should have a lot of coal at this stage, but it's copper and zinc and tin, because you're going to be making loads of brass ingots and you're going to be making loads of bronze ingots, and you combine those two together to make mechanical parts. But both of those recipes share resources, which means you are going to be doing an awful lot of mining. And also you need to get plastic scraps. You need a good few of them. So my advice is to get a fishing buddy, go to the water at the courtyard. Don't aim for any nodes themselves. They have to be just regular water. So Goofy's here, and you're either going to get plastic or you're going to get like cod. And with any luck, Goofy's going to double your yield. Now, the bane of this quest is going to obviously be the copper, tin and zinc that you need. This is your warning to empty your bags, because you're going to be collecting an awful lot of gems throughout this. But yes, to get copper, tin and zinc, you're going to need to just mine any of the mines in the deserts and the jungle, and any of the kind of, those brown kind of rocks that you can break also give copper as well. Similar to the fishing, bring yourself a mining buddy. I can't believe I have to use Maui, but listen, desperate times call for desperate measures. And make sure to bring a bit of food so that you can hopefully trigger some good item selection. The the mining nodes do respawn quite quickly, so this is really just all about patience, perseverance, and a little bit of stubbornness on your part to just keep at it. 10 hours later, and we have finally had enough to make all the ingots we need, and then all the ingots, so that we have all our mechanical parts. And then the plot twist happens, because when you go to craft the alarm clocks, you realize that you need even more bronze ingots, because you use the bronze ingots to make the mechanical parts. So that was a bit of a doozy for me. So off we go to get some more copper ore. After another 10 hours, we finally got enough, and we're about to make the alarm clocks. Trust me, lads, this is worth it. Or maybe y'all had prepared enough before this patch and have all the ore, but I just didn't have any, and it took me a small lifetime. So we find Oswald himself, and we pop him over these alarm clocks.
Step right up.
I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of those animations. So yeah, we're just going to... So he's going to wind them up with his special key, and then Oswald gets a bit cagey that we don't visit him with the clocks. So you can only imagine the kind of mischief that is about to happen. And we are powerless to stop it. So yeah, once you've given him the clock, you have to go away for a couple of minutes, just so that you can let said mischief happen. So yes, put on the kettle, make yourself a cup of tea, and within a few minutes come back, and Oswald should have made a mess of things and need you to fix them. The joys. But I trust that this is where kind of the quest does get a bit more fun. So yeah, basically what's happened is that he is incredibly busy still with Stitch, and that he's still cagey about us visiting his house with the alarm clocks. But yeah, it turns out that the clocks have escaped. So yeah, he wound them up with a special key that has literally wound them up all around Eternity Isle, and it is up to us to track them down. Now I will advise you all to cook a load of food, because these clocks are fast and you're going to need the dash to keep your sanity intact. Now the reason why I'm just going through the information with the different clock names is I was just hoping or thinking maybe there could be some sort of an item or something if I just went through all the different options. But yeah, he gave all the clocks their own signature name, which is after, I think, dances from like the 1930s and 40s. So he's a proper gangster, this man. But yeah, so we just have to go then to Eternity Isle. It's always a good idea to get him to tag along with you, just in case you need to pop anything to him, that you don't have to be going around running around for him. And as you can see, we found our first clock literally just at the wishing well. Second clock was here in the Wild Tangle, just near the wishing well. Look at him, just like giving me the cold hard shake there. But we finally got him. Now I would presume that these are the same in everyone's game, but this is just the order I tackled them in and the order I found them in. Third one was found on the little passageway between the two Wild Tangles, so that's number 3. And then the last one that we found was towards the entrance of the Wild Tangle, just beside the bridge. Then the last ones that you will find are going to be in the desert. Next one that we found, he's just doing a lap of the different pathways near enough Gaston's house. So then we just have one more guy to find. And as you can see, there he is there. Tango. There we go. And this is then again why we have Oswald following us, so it's handy to just hand him back the clocks and hopefully Shanae, that's it. So that's not all of them, which of course is it's a common thing in this game. you do a task. Oh wait, there's like 3 more to do. Yeah, so there's 3 more clocks that we have to find. Rumbo's in the ancient landing having a swim. Congo's resting under a rock in the Wild Tango, and Waltz is trying to get a tan in the glittering dunes. Thanks for the tips. So yeah, we just have 3 final clocks to find, which I'll be honest are quite easy to find. So the first one, go to Ancient Landing, and you're going to hear an alarm clock in the sea. Switch to your fishing rod. It's going to be a gold node, so quite easy enough to find now, I'll be honest. And then just like at any typical gold node, you just have to keep in time with the strokes. And there you go. Rumba. First clock. Second clock is just as easy. You're going to see a kind of animation around this rock. And there you go. You got the second missing clock. And then the third one, you will find sunning himself in this little place in the dunes. Now, I would advise everyone to just get your camera and take a photo, because when else are you ever going to get this kind of shenanigans? He's hilarious. So yeah, probably best if we just hunker down in front of him. Cheese. And yeah, that is these quests in a nutshell. So yes, then all you have to do is just get your shovel and dig the poor thing out. Go to Oswald and you give him the 3 clocks back. I hope we get to keep one of them by the end of the quest. So yeah, he speaks in a different language than anyone else, I think. But yeah, but you see, as the start of this video has alluded, the fun has only just begun. So yeah, he's the one that animated them, and his kind of energy gave them that hyperactivity. So the gist of the story, or the quest, moving forward, is that the alarm clocks are going to be waking up people. So we both have to say sorry to them, but we also have to put them to sleep, which is as fun, random, and bizarre as anything this game has thrown at us. So yeah, we have to talk to Olaf, which is kind of shady because we're kind of saying that Olaf is a bit boring. But we talk to Olaf, and by talking to Olaf, then we convince Olaf to regale the clocks with a beautiful fairy tale involving clocks to lull them to sleep. And Olaf has admitted that these kind of clocks are something he is quite familiar with. Daisy, I'm still mad at you. Would you just shoo away from my screen, because I accidentally cancelled the design challenge from the opening quest, so we have to wait our turn to plague Daisy with that stuff. So once you've got Olaf on board, you just go to Oswald's house, which I will remind everyone is still the coolest looking one in the game. And voila, the most bizarre scene ever. I love it though. And more of this, I think. More of kind of like interactive stuff in villagers' houses, and also as well bigger houses. This is a huge house. Imagine doing all this kind of stuff in Mickey's wee dormitory. But yeah, then Olaf goes on a non-dialogue spiel about a little clock who dreamed of being a big clock tower, which is getting them all excited. You gotta dream big to get that cabbage, as Oswald says. So yeah, it's a beautiful wee story, and the clocks seem to be digging it. I'm just realising there's one up on the tree above Olaf as well, which is just hilarious. I don't know much about Oswald as a cartoon, so maybe these clocks are kind of a thing from him. Who knows? But yeah, nice wee story. But, my friends, this is not the end of the quest, because as well as lulling the clocks asleep, we also have to do some damage control on all the people around the village who may have lost sleep from Oswald's antics in the morning. So the fun continues. So yeah, the clocks are all officially asleep, and we talk to Oswald. He has no problem in still shouting. Yeah, so we have to put some manners on this chap. It's kind of like a Jack Skellington 2.0. Remember Jack's quests were the exact same. He done something, kind of came off wrong to everyone, and we just have to kind of apologise. So yeah, Merlin is looking very sleepy. Gaston is also tired. Scrooge thought he was back in Glasgow, and don't get me started on Rapunzel. She mixed blue and yellow paint together thinking it was red. So yes, we have to go and apologise. So any ideas? And Oswald has one. To wake folks up, they need a cup of Joe. So he has his own signature coffee, which is coal, pearls, and Oswald's garlic. Yum. All of which makes perfect sense in this world, in this game. I'm only realising now, I kind of look like I'm from the scene of Fallout. I'm like in a vault. Totally unintentional, even though I have been binging that TV series, but that is a complete and utter distraction. Back to the game. So we have all the materials, and if you're wondering how to actually craft the coffee, it's not food per se. You're going to actually have to go to your crafting bench. So you're going to have to get all your ingredients. I think the only thing that you really need to have is the pearls, which can be dug up around the courtyard. Just go to the sand and dig up a load of them and you'll get pearls. So we've made our coffee. And then we just have to find our victims. I mean, disgruntled guests. So Rapunzel is in the restaurant, so we're going to leave her to last so that we know that we can finish the quest there. But poor Merlin is having a wee stagger on the chair. We're going to pop him some Joe.
What a mess.
Still haven't forgiven Merlin for letting us basically be tricked to give away the spark of imagination. But anyway. So the funny thing here is then, and it is a shame that some of these lines aren't voiced, but he starts imitating Oswald then. So yes, unusual magic has worn off and Merlin has returned to his normal, orderly self. That's Merlin done. Actually, do you know what? Since Scrooge is part of this quest, we know that Scrooge is always going to be in his shop, so we'll just leave him to last. We'll get Rapunzel done now that we're outside of the restaurant. I think she wants a seafood platter, but she's actually going to get this very special and totally above health standard coffee. So I'd say it's going to happen again is she's going to have a wee tongue twister. Even the icons for his items are so cool. So if that's not the bee's knees. Best day ever. Tell that to my frying pan. Truer words have never been said. Give this woman all the awards. Give the writers awards. Give them their roses. Rapunzel done. Now I just have to get Gaston and Scrooge. So Gaston is going to be here waiting for us to do the main quest, which we're not getting around to just yet. So yeah, he's grumbling because of the lack of sleep. The rabbit is a menace. Oh, well now, if I had to choose between the two of you, I'd say you're going to be gone, buddy. I think Oswald's just in the background having the laughs. That cup of Joe's the berries. I need to just learn how to speak this way. We're all missing out. Just relax for a second, yeah. That was strange. Oh, the coffee was quite delicious. There we go. Maybe we're missing out. Put a wee bit of garlic in your coffee tomorrow, guys. And the last one is going to be Scrooge. And again, we actually don't really have to go too far on the search for Scrooge, because once you go into his shop, he's going to automatically appear. And his good family member Donald is helping out in the shop, it seems. Still dressed as a pirate and probably will continue to be a pirate for as long as I can manage it. He's a bit angry. There we go, right on schedule. He should be marketing it, buying on bulk. Mr. Duck, are you okay? The coffee certainly picked him up. Or perked him up. Picked him up. Did you know what was going to happen? Of course I did. He's hilarious. We're gonna go. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Do it as much as you want. The only thing I just didn't like was collecting all that ore, but listen, that was my own fault for being lazy this past few months. Okay, so the last thing we have to do in this quest then is make it up to Stitch, who is the real victim in all this because he's missing out on hang time with his buddy. So we have to add something special to the picnic. And again, we are the cat's pajamas. I like that. So the quest lines take a little while to update, but what we have to do is we have to try and escape Scrooge's store. So this is what, I don't know if this happens in any of your games, but when I go to the door I have to kind of move away from it and come back again. So yeah, the main thing about this then is we just have to set up a picnic area. So if you go to your furniture, you'll see an awful lot of Oswald things. So I think you can just place whatever you want for a picnic instead of actual picnic items. So I'm just going to put a few of these pillars and thorny pillars and things like that because why not? And put a wee plate there and there. So yeah, I'm just going to pick one or two things from each of the kind of sections, just for a multitude of different colours, I'd imagine. And that should be it, maybe. Talk to Oswald about the friendship picnic. So he made it something. This could be anything, lads. Oh, it's a parasol. Ah. A giant cartoon parasol. That actually does look pretty cool. I am pleased and appeased. So, place the cartoon carousel. Ah, doesn't look half bad. Then we just have to take pictures of the two of them being goofy. Oh Lord. And then Stitch is happy.
Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
We're going to schedule our brunches for after lunch from now on. There we go. There's a clever clogs. Happy days. So lads, that is kind of it for Oswald's second quest. It's actually hilarious, I think. I think that clock scene is going to live with me for a very long time. But as you can see, nice quest. Got a nice alarm clock and parasol out of it. As always, very much appreciated for your time and energy spent checking out these videos. Really appreciated. If you like this video, give us a like and a subscribe on the channel. It's a great way to support future content. I'm going to be ploughing through an awful lot more of these quests once I figure out how to get rid of this awful picnic I designed. And I will catch you all in the next one. Till then, mind yourselves, be good, and take care.